Pisces. This is your reading for the new moon in Pisces. It's about 24 hours away, technically. But of course, this is just the continuing rhythm of life. So let's see what the storyline is today for this new moon time for you, Aquarius. Let's just get some cards out here. We're looking quite good. Quite nice. And thank you indeed for joining me today. If you haven't joined before, we do go through and clarify with a few other decks. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. What else? And thanks for all your likes and shares and all of that. That's great. It gets these videos seen by more people. So, one more card, please, for two more. For Aquarius, let's have a look. It's something definitely oh yeah, sorry, I'm just laughing at the last card. Aquarius, it looks to be pretty nice at the moment. There's a for some out there could be a feeling of being almost invulnerable, that you're really getting used to just feeling, or getting used to, I don't know if that's the right thing, but or the right term, but you're really you really are authority in your own world. And it's not like the group is swaying you, because, Aquarius, you're very much part of that. You work with group. It's not sort of swaying you so much at the moment. You're really operating in quite a strong, individual way, if that makes any sense. We've got the Six of Swords, which can be about movement, a movement from maybe a tempestuous period into a calmer time. Can be about travel, all of that kind of stuff. But there's an invulnerability about this card. It's a very strong card, operating there on the central, on the point of beauty and harmony, on the tree of life. So it's a wonderful card. And with that, we have the Emperor, which I do see as aspects of yourself, maybe. Strong, benevolent, and its highest polarity, highest qualities. Masculine qualities, we're not talking gender, we're talking masculine principles, of which doesn't matter what gender you are, we all have these. But there's a wonderful comfort, actually, in knowing your own authority. I would say your own independence also. Four of Wands, we see the central flame that keeps this turning, that keeps that keeps us sort of moving through, reaching goals, completing goals, continuing on. But it is also with this card about your particular place to stand, your particular home base, which allows you to venture out there in the world and get things done. In the Thoth deck, it's called completion, because it's about achieving something. Now, we achieve and complete in a constant throughout our lives. So it's not like there's a beginning and an end. This is a continuum. We see this in the wheel in the Thoth deck, and it is your place central within that wheel, Aquarius. We then have the Nine of Discs, which is a card, as I say, of independence. You're making decisions currently that you're feeling very confident about. Now, that doesn't always happen, so it's good. Now, then we have, as it just popped out at the end, is the Seven of Swords, which is a card, I would say, within the storyboard or storyline that, we see the self-saboteur and the Seven of Swords. Sevens, of course, are all about assessment. We see our own saboteur, and we also see that within others in our lives. Of course, you know, often it's, what's the saying about, you know, mind your own business or someone else's businesses. I don't know, I can't remember the saying, but it is like you don't need to be involved in other people's stuff, you know, at this time. There's a need to be, and in fact you are very, very independent. Metaphor for the soul here. So, you know, you're surrounded by everything that you value in that 9. So let's go through and clarify for you a little bit. Aquarius, we'll pull a few other cards here. We are looking, we're building, we are looking. We get the 3 of Discs, you know, we're building something new. We're working with others. We don't have to be too involved with others' stuff. We're actually quite focused on our own thing. Our resources are other people. And we are building in that 3 of Discs, whether it's work, whether it's creative stuff, whether it's, everything's creative, isn't it, in the end, whether it's pulling resources with other people. We don't have to get so close. You know, there's this thing about having that objective area or that buffer zone between ourselves and others, and so we're not getting too swayed by the impact of what possibly we think others think or what they do think and do. We're not so right bang up against that. There's a good level of distance here, so that's good. Aquarius, the Emperor. So we are building something new, whether that's within the home environment. It may well be, actually. The Emperor we're looking at. Oh, excuse me. A few too many here. I think we might have just got a total sum up of this entire reading in 4 cards. So we're looking at the Emperor, who actually, for some reason, within this lineup, is really kind of prominent and is standing out a lot. There's something within the Emperor here that's about things that have happened in the past, whether that's recently or more long term, whatever it is. There's a lot that Emperor has experienced to get to the throne, to get to the throne of understanding, in fact. So we see 10 of Wands here, a burden, maybe not understood, but understood in a way that it needed to be released, because this is, often we don't know, sometimes we're not overly conscious that we're carrying, you know, and like everything seems difficult. And it's like, what do I do? Oh, that's right. We'll just get rid of what we do not require anymore, which is carrying too much responsibility, too much obligation, and whether that's to other people or just generally in our lives, right? So I see these 4 cards as being really all about this Emperor is free now to fully be Aquarius, and this is the driving force in this whole collection of cards. We then have strength. We understand strength to be taming that. The mind, you know, the beast we see here. We understand the machinations of our own mind, how it works, how we trick ourselves, how we spur ourselves on, you know. We see the difference between ego drives and our psyche and our conscious mind, and maybe we actually discover, we become more conscious of aspects within our unconscious. So it gives us strength. We then see an element that we all have embodied, or an archetype actually, that we've all embodied at some point. We've got the 5 of discs, a card of basically, in a nutshell, lack. Always choosing that, because it is about choice most of the time, is it not? It's a habit. And we all have this in archetypal sense. It is a victim card. So we've experienced this. I see it in the past. This is all amounts to the position that this Emperor sits in as we speak, which is you. We then have the 2 of discs, keeping a balance. We're keeping this tension, allows the discs to keep moving in a really balanced way when there's a lot of movement around us at the same time. So they're not going woof up in the air, out in all directions. We're not chasing them. We know there's a decision here, but we're not. It's not crucial that it is made at any given time soon. We have time. It's our choice to keep this balance, to keep a level of tension. It allows things to keep moving, you know, because when we're talking about discs, things can get a little bit stagnant, a little bit atrophied, you could say. It's not happening like that here. There is a decision that's being made, that will be made, and there's still a lot of movement going on around you, but you are well able to, really, it's a nice feeling to be master of your own destiny, isn't it? So we'll just get a Brian Froud for you, Aquarius. We've got celebration card. We do have the collective of pixies here. Wonderful celebratory card. You know, you can be part and you can be independent. You can be part of a group of the whole. You can also be independent. It doesn't mean in the past possibly it embodied, there's an element of this 5 of discs within your mind, actually, when you, what am I saying? There's an aspect of this that sort of knowing when it's a good time to just focus on yourself. In the past, it may have presented in this way, the 5 of discs. So you've kind of reconciled a lot of things to get to the position of the Emperor here. We'll just get a rock mineral crystal for you, Aquarius. Beautiful. We have rose quartz. It's probably one of the most universally familiar rocks. Unconditional love, romance, nourishing and soothing, and so it is. And so it is, Aquarius. On that note, have a wonderful new moon time. Plant your seeds. All of that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for joining me again. And all your likes and shares and all of that. It really helps to keep this going. So take good care. Ka kite. Bye.